Happy Hump Day! We are back with two more NBA Cup games. Let's talk some basketball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I am your host, Steven, and we're back to talk some more NBA action. That's right, it was a 1-1 day yesterday. We fell one SGA assist short of a 2-0 sweep. We'll go over the recap in just a little bit. Last couple weeks have just been kind of up and down, unfortunately. It's been tough. Feels like we're just kind of going on that basketball treadmill of betting. But just a quick reminder for everyone, because I'm seeing some comments out there. Betting is very difficult. There are guaranteed bad days. There are guaranteed bad weeks. You just have to grind through it, trust the process, make some adjustments as needed. If you need to take a break, obviously I also recommend that. But it is a mental grind, that's for sure. But we're in it for the long haul. And we just got to get our bootstraps on and keep grinding. So I don't even think I have bootstraps. But anyways, you get the drill. It can be tough. We got to get out of this kind of up and down streak here, and hopefully get on another hot streak because we had a great start to the season. And overall, it's been a good season as we sit here as about mid-December. So hopefully we can get a roll going. But let's get into it today. I got two more best bets that I really like. So before we do though, let's talk Outlier. Any graphics you see in this video are from that app called Outlier, the best player prop research tool on the market today. If you want to give it a shot, you got nothing to lose. 7-day free trial by clicking the link below and getting started. So let's get it rolling. And that means we start with a laugh or maybe an eye roll. I don't know. But a dad joke. Here we go. I lost my wife's audiobook last night. Now I'm never going to hear the end of it. In this video, we're going to recap yesterday, like I said, 1-on-1 day, and then we're going to talk defenses versus the small forward position. Even though we only got 1 or 2 games every day, we're going to continue to give you the numbers to help you out throughout the week. And then it's Wednesday, which means we talk the Gs of threes, the best 3-ball shooters in the last 8 games that we do every single Wednesday. And then we'll talk preview the Hawks and Knicks with my best bet, and then preview the Warriors and Rockets with a best bet as well, and finish it with the recap. So hit that like button if you have not already. Leave a comment below to help this channel to grow. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button as we may hit 34,000 subscribers today. You guys are incredible. Thank you for allowing me to talk sports with you guys every single day. Let's get it rolling. And that means it's recap time. All right, there it is, the 1-1 day. I should have put Middleton as the 1-unit play, obviously. Over 3.5 assists. I think he ended with 8. That was a ladder. He was a stud. I think every assist went to Giannis, it seemed like. I mean, they had one heck of a connection. Just a super easy winner. And then we get to SGA over 5.5 times. First thing, he was looking to score today. Second thing, the Mavericks did not double team him on drives and things like I anticipated. If you just saw the box score, you see 5 and you get all angry because it didn't go over. But to be honest with you, if you watch the game, I saw 3 missed wide open threes, 3 of them. The SGA pass would have been one more dime that we could have got if just one of those guys made it. In the fourth quarter, he was limping. You saw Jalen Williams take over the point guard for a big chunk of the fourth quarter. He had 5 dimes going to the fourth. If you tell me he has 5, or really any bet where you just need one more assist in the entire fourth quarter, you take it. But unfortunately, it's NBA, it's sports betting, it happens. He did not get one more in the fourth quarter, and we fall just short. So 1-on-1 day, lost just a little bit because we lost the 1 unit and won the half-unit play. Under tracker stays the same. There's the overall record, still up about 8.5 units on the year. So it's still been a good season, but I'm ready for another hot streak. So that's the recap. And before we get to those 2 games, let's talk the small forward position. All right, these are the 10 defenses giving up the most points to the small forward position this year. Blazers, Pelicans. If it's in green, that player or team is playing today. Obviously, we're used to seeing more arrows and matchups, but only 2 games again today. But Hawks are playing. They give up the 3rd most points to the small forward. Warriors, 22.5 points, 8th most to the small forward position. DeAndre Hunter for the Hawks, he mostly plays small forward, I believe, and he's been in and out with injury, but he is up there, 19.3 points per game. And there's all the rest of the guys. Take a screenshot. Hopefully this helps you get some winners. Again, on Friday, we do have a much bigger slate, so some of these numbers might help you every day. But let's move over to the rebounds now, and we have no matchups, but the Warriors are giving up 8.3 rebounds to the small forward position. And then there's all the rest of the guys over there on the right. Michael Porter averaging the most for small forwards. RJ Barrett, Benedict Mathurin, Lauri Markkanen, so on and so on. So take another screenshot, and then let's check out the assists now. And we have absolutely nobody. So there it is. But the Jazz giving up the most assists to the small forward position. RJ Barrett averaging 5.8, having a good season in Toronto, to be honest with you. But that's what we got for the good matchups now. Let's look at the toughest small forward matchups. And the Rockets are playing today. They've given up the 2nd fewest points to the small forward position at 17.7 points. And then over there on the rebounds, the two teams playing today, the Hawks giving up 7.4 rebounds, and the Houston Rockets giving up 7.5 rebounds to the small forward position. And then fewest assists, we got two of the top five to this position. Again, assists, small forwards, take that for what it is. It's kind of hard to determine that, but Rockets are just not giving up many assists in general. 3 assists to the small forward, and the Knicks 3.5. So those are the good and bad matchups for the small forward. We do a new position every single week, Monday through Friday. On Thursday will be the power forward. So that's what we got for the positional stats. And now it's time for the G's of threes. All right, we got 3 pages of the G's of threes. That's right. If you are new to this, we do this every Wednesday. Try to help you out with 3-point props, points props, whatever it is. Give you as many stats as possible to help you out with your research. So on the left side, you have to have 40 or more 3-point attempts to make the list and shoot 40% or more. And this is all in the last 8 games. So on the left, you'll see Tyler Hero leads us off at 41.5. We're not going to go over every single one, but if they did play less than 8, we do put it on there just so you guys kind of do the math on how many they take per game and everything like that. But some good shooters, especially Royce O'Neal down there. How about 52.7%? 29 for 55. A lot of the same guys, though. Anthony Edwards, Peyton Pritchard, Malik Monk, who's playing really well as a starter now. Donovan Mitchell, the usual guys up there. And this does not count the Tuesday games, by the way. So that's the first page. And by the way, on the right side, you will see this. We added it last year. Defense is giving up the highest 3-point percentage in the last 8 games, just to kind of help you out maybe with some matchups and things like that. Blazers are giving up the highest at 41% 3-point percentage. So that's page 1. Let's check out page 2 now. And, we got obviously a lot of hot shooters here. Gary Trent Jr. on the bottom, 47.8%. And then also we got Buddy Hield up there, 40.7. Honestly, he was off to a really hot start, and then he kind of just slowed down. So he's still shooting the ball well. He's still a 3-point shooter, but he was lights out early on in the year. Then Dylan Brooks, 42.9, somewhat of a surprise. Brooke Lopez, how about the big man, 44.4%. And then Colin Sexton, Caldwell Pope, so on and so on. So that's page 2. Take a screenshot, and now let's move over to page 3. And we got Mr. Jalen Brunson. He is the leader in the clubhouse in the last 8 games, 53.3% with the highest. That's why he's in green. Cam Johnson, 46.7. You see Tyus Jones for the Suns, 48.9. And then all the way down there at the bottom, the big man, Vucevic, 20 for 40, shooting 50% from deep. He is having one heck of a scoring season, that's for sure. And then we got Green for the Bucks, shooting 46.3. Andrew Wiggins, who is questionable for the game today. He's actually playing, but he is 45.2% in 7 games. So that's what we got for all the G's of threes. And now let's talk the Hawks and Knicks. All right, this first one takes us out to Madison Square Garden, where the Knickerbockers host the Atlanta Hawks. Knicks -7 total in this game is 238. Let's preview this game. I'm going to kind of give you a little breakdown of each one before I give you the bet, but we got some injuries to talk about, especially for Atlanta. Jalen Johnson is questionable. That's a huge one. Bogdanovic is questionable. DeAndre Hunter expected to play. Trae Young expected to play. For the Knicks, Cat and Josh Hart are both on there. Cat is expected to play. Josh Hart is questionable as of the night before. Quick trend for you. The Hawks, 11-4 against the spread the last 15 games versus top 10 scoring defenses. Knicks are 10th. So just want to point that out. Head-to-head, the Hawks beat the Knicks 121-116 earlier this year. They have not lost by 8 or more points to the Knicks since February of last season. That was 5 games ago. Hawks are the public side right now. A little over 60% of the bets are on the Hawks +7. Knicks getting around 55% of the money. The spot here, the Knicks just played 2 days ago in Canada. Hawks had 1 extra day of rest. So take that for what it is. But against the spread numbers, Knicks 11-12 against the spread, 6-4-1 ATS at home. And they are 0-2 against the spread when they are on a rest disadvantage. Hawks this year, 10-15 ATS, 6-6 against the spread on the road, 5-2 against the spread, though, as a road underdog, 4-3 ATS with a rest advantage. That's a lot of numbers I just threw at you, but just want to give you all of it. Last 10 games, Hawks, 15th defensive rating. I know that seems average. That's really good for the Atlanta Hawks. They are turning the opponent over the 8th most times, also 16.2 per game. Hawks averaging the 5th most steals per game. Knicks do not turn the ball over a lot, though. 8th fewest the last 10 games. Hawks are also 20th in offensive rating. That's right. They have a higher defensive rating than offensive rating. I don't know what kind of world we live in, but that's what's going on in Atlanta. They have scored the 6th most points per game last 10 at 118.5 per game. They're doing that also with shooting the 6th lowest 3-point percentage, which is impressive. 6-4 in the last 10, including wins over the Cavaliers twice, the Bucks and the Lakers. Knicks last 10 also playing well, 7-3. They have scored the 5th most points per game in the last 10 games. They have the #1 offensive rating in the NBA in the last 10. 2 top 6 scoring teams is what we're getting here, at least lately. And then 3rd highest 3-point percentage last 10 games, 13th best defensive rating, allowing the 8th highest 3-point percentage to the opponent. Like we've talked about all year, they allow a lot of shots around the perimeter. They've actually improved their defensive rating because they had struggled defensively to start out the year. But the pace of these two teams, if you're kind of looking at a total, Hawks have played in the last 10 games at the fastest pace in the entire NBA. Knicks are 22nd. So we're going to have a contrast of styles here. We'll see who wins out on that. But that's what I got for you for the preview. Let me know in the comments below if you guys kind of like these big game breakdowns. We kind of did some for the MLB. But here we go. My best bet in this one. It's not just because I did G's of threes. It's just a coincidence. I love Jalen Brunson over 2.5 threes at -110 on FanDuel for 1 unit here. We're taking a rare 3-point prop. We don't do a ton of them. But Brunson is over this in 14 of 24 games this year, so 58%. At home this year, he's over in 7 of 11 games, averaging 2.4 made threes on 6.2 attempts. But to be honest, this is all about the matchup here. So let's talk about this matchup. So over the course of the season, the Atlanta Hawks have given up the highest 3-point percentage in the entire NBA at 38.7%. Not only that, they've given up the most 3-pointers made to the point guard this season. That's right. No other team has given up more 3-pointers to the point guard than the Atlanta Hawks. And a big reason, the Hawks rank dead last versus above the break threes, which is a huge part to look at. They've allowed the most pull-up threes in the NBA. Brunson, he takes over half his threes that way. He takes a lot of just pull up, walk into it, and shoot, and he gets a lot of them. And you've seen it in the head-to-head matchups. In Brunson's last 3 games versus Atlanta, hit 8, 6, and 4 threes, going well over this line. He's taken 10+ threes in all 3 games, including the 1 game this season where he shot 4 of 11 against Atlanta. And then some guards recently versus Atlanta. How about Gabe Vincent and D'Angelo Russell combining to make 4 threes? Damian Lillard, 5 for 9. CJ McCollum and DeJounte Murray shot 18 3 balls. That's right. Their opportunities will be there. They were ice cold, but they shot 18 together. And then Micic and Brandon Miller combined for 10 of 25 threes. I mean, there are going to be a lot of opportunities here, and that's really all you can ask for. And we're getting a shooter like we just saw. Brunson has the highest 3-point percentage in the league of any player with 40 or more shot attempts in the last 8 games. He's shooting the ball well. He shoots the ball well at home. It's going to be up to him to knock him down, but all we can do is bet on opportunity, and I think he is going to get a lot of good looks here. So I love this one. Give me Jalen Brunson over 2.5 threes as my first best bet. All right, the second one takes us out to Houston, Texas, where the Rockets host the Golden State Warriors. Rockets -2 total in this game, 222. This is a good game. I'm excited for it. Let's talk injuries real quick. Rockets, nothing really of note. Warriors, Moses Moody, questionable. Andrew Wiggins is hopeful to play, is what I saw. Take that for what it is. But the spot, both teams on 2 days of rest here. And then let's talk some ATS numbers. Warriors, 14-9 against the spread, 7-5 ATS on the road. 4-2 ATS as a road underdog. That is the 5th best record. Again, only 6 games though. Rockets 16-8 against the spread. That is the 4th best ATS team in the NBA. 9-3 ATS at home, 4th best. 7-3 ATS as a home favorite. That is the 3rd best record in the NBA. Now, head-to-head, Warriors have won both games versus Houston this season. Most recently, they won 6 days ago, 99-93. Kuminga had 33 points in that game, and the Warriors didn't even have Steph Curry playing in that one. And Jalen Green shot 4 for 16 in that one. Just wanted to point that out. Last 10 games, Warriors 4-6 in the last 10. Have not been playing great. 26th in offensive rating. It's been a struggle, averaging only 107 points per game, which is the 8th fewest in the last 10. They have the 10th lowest 3-point percentage as well. 5th best defensive rating, though. So this is a team that's relying on their defense, and they have most of the year, giving up 6th fewest points per game at 109.2 in the last 10, and the 3rd lowest 3-point percentage to their opponents. Rockets 6-4 in the last 10. They have the 22nd best offensive rating, 16th in points per game, 112.3, 7th lowest 3-point percentage in the last 10 games. But like the Warriors, they've been good defensively. 2nd best defensive rating in the last 10 games, only allowing 107.3 points per game, which is the 7th fewest. So we got 2 teams who are riding their defense right now. But the pace of these 2 teams, in case you're looking at a total, not really much there. Warriors 12th in pace in the last 10, and the Rockets are 13th, so about average for both of them. But that's the big game preview now. It's time for the best bet. And boy, are we due for an under. Let's do it. Jalen Green under 28.5 PRAs at -115 on Bet365, a 1-unit play. If you can only get this at 27.5, I absolutely like that too. I would have made this a normal 1-unit play at 27.5 too. Jalen Green has really cooled off after a fast start to the season. So let's look at the numbers now and dive into Outlier on this one. And there it is, 2024. Let's scroll down. So let's start out here. He's under in 13 to 24 games, 54% hit rate. As you can see, under that 54%, 26.88 PRAs per game is his average. Now, what I want to do is look at the last 20, because like I said, he went off to a hot start, as you saw right there. Last 20, he's now under in 13 the last 20, averaging only 25.2 PRAs. So let's go back up to the top now. If we go back to 2024, and let's see how he's been doing at home. And let me just tell you, spoiler alert, it has not been pretty for him. It's been pretty bad. He is under this in 8 of 12 games at home, including 8 of the last 10. Again, those first 2 were 2 of the early games when he just came out of the gates hot. Now under an 8 of the last 10. He is only averaging 22.5 PRAs per game at home. Not anywhere close to this 28.5 line. Now let's look at some more numbers of these games at home. So if we scroll down, we can go to his field goals, and you will see it just has not been pretty. He is shooting a terrible 35% from the field. And then you go to the three-point percentage over there, and you can see under that, he's shooting 28% from three-point range. It really hasn't been good. So let's break down the matchup and a big reason why I like this. So if you go to shooting guards over there on the right, you'll see it's all red. That's not good. That means it's actually a good matchup for him to go over if you just look at those numbers. But this is going to be a harder matchup than you think. If we go back up to the top now and just see how he's done, and then we'll get more into the head-to-head matchup. But if we look at head-to-head and then also take off home, just so we kind of show all the games that have been head-to-head, and then we go down to the bottom, you'll see he's under this in 4 straight games versus the Warriors for a reason. The 2 games this season, he had 11 and 21 PRAs coming nowhere near. Like I mentioned a little bit before, the Warriors are top 5 in opponent 2 and 3-point percentage. It is hard to shoot against these guys because they contest a lot of shots. So that's just kind of the matchup and everything and how he's done so far. But more reasons why I like this under. Jalen Green likes to score in transition and also likes to score as the pick and roll ball handler. Well, guess what? The Warriors are top 3 in both categories, limiting points in the pick and roll ball handler and in transition as well, and really just limiting points all over the place. But Jalen Green obviously has the ability to get hot sometimes. You know, he's a shooter. That's just what they do. But this number seems inflated versus a solid defense that has proven they know how to slow him down. He's only averaging 13.5 potential RAs. That's rebounds and assists per game, so you assume he's going to get about half that maybe. I think he's just going to have to score a good amount to go over this line, and I don't think he can. But again, you never know. He could get hot, but I like the under here. This number is too high. I love the matchup here. The Warriors have proven that they can slow him down and make him take tough contested shots, and that's why you see a really low field goal percentage from him when he plays the Warriors as well. So give me Jalen Green under 28.5 PRAs as my second best bet. And that's what we got so far. I may add a third play for half unit, maybe another 1 unit play. There's some other ones I'm kind of looking at. In fact, I almost went Alperen Şengün under points in this one as well. If you can get 20.5, that's something to look into. But any added plays will be in the pinned comments on X and on Discord, of course. But before we get out of here, let's check out the recap. All right, it's a Jalen sandwich today. That's right. Give me Jalen Brunson over 2.5 threes at -110 for a unit, and Jalen Green under 28.5 PRAs. I like it at 27.5 as well. -115 for another unit. Again, any added plays in the pinned comments on X and on Discord. The link for Discord is below. It is completely free. You got nothing to lose. We got a lot of smart people in the Discord giving away a lot of winning bets, and we just have fun talking sports all day and through the night. So thank you guys for watching. As always, hope everyone has a great Wednesday, and we'll talk to you soon.